Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. We got Devin. He was running a little late today. Of course, you
Which
see,
is usual.
yes, a little usual. You got Scott down there,
How's it
and
going?
then Greg is missing. We kicked him out. He's gone forever. No, I'm just joking. He's at his son's graduation. Congratulations on your graduation there, Mason.
Yep. Congrats.
Yep.
So we got a couple stories for you today, but before we get into the stories today, we're going to go ahead and hit you with the like, subscribe, share, ring that bell. You know, it really helps us out. It's all free. Really appreciate you guys that have done it. And to those of you who will do it soon, and you have to, because this is the greatest show on earth.
That's right. Here. Look, it's right there. It says, you can ask anybody.
So our first story is going to be about the Mississippi governor. The Mississippi governor has banned males from being able to go into female bathrooms. And I don't have a story on it. If nobody has it, do they? I have the other story pulled up.
I would love to help you out.
Let me see if I can find one real quick.
Well, okay, go ahead and find it, Scott. It should be pretty easy to find. It just happened today. So, but the bill itself is pretty self-explanatory. It is about male students not being able to go into female restrooms anymore. And to me, that makes sense because you have people that will, what would you call them? Opportunists of situations like that. When Obama, North Carolina told him he was going to stop sending federal help to him and all that stuff if they didn't allow the male and female bathroom exchange thing happen, which makes no sense because the males shouldn't be in the female's bathroom. That's their safe place. No male should be in there watching your daughter undress, getting ready to do the sports, any of that stuff. And no female should be in the male's bathroom doing the same. And you will always have, and I said this from the beginning, you will always have opportunists on this one. Somebody who's just like, well, I got a thing. I think I'm a woman, just so they can go in there and they can see some, a female naked. The bad part that I didn't see coming was the things that happened here in Ohio and across the country. Really, was there's several cases out there where some of these people took a little bit more than just opportunity to see, a titty or something. Right. They literally were going in there and raping little girls. And that, how did they not see that coming? There was the one where the kid did it at one school, and then they just transferred him to another school, and they did it there too. And then the dad had an outrage, and then they threatened to lock up the dad because they knew this kid had an issue. He's raping little girls. And they tried to hide it because they wanted to hide the whole LGBTQ thing and it's a mental disorder and all that. But, kudos to Mississippi for actually standing up and saying, and as far as I understand the bill, it was just students. It's in the schools. Male students are not allowed to go in female bathrooms anymore. And that, to me, makes complete sense. Now, Devin, are you there?
I am here now. Yeah.
Okay. Did you hear any of that?
I did hear some of it. Yes. So like you said, it's only about students. So my question is, what about faculty?
That's a good question.
Well, from what I understand about it, it's schools, period. So I would think it would still pertain to any male faculty member going in there either, which it should. It should only be female teachers that go in there. It's a female's restroom.
Right, but I guess the question is what do you define as a male? What did you find as a female? You know what I mean? Like, is that up to the schools to make the determination, or is
that is a good question? Scott, did you ever find the story?
No, unfortunately, I'm not finding this story.
Okay,
these are the questions that need to be asked by the politicians when they make these decisions, because people these days have lost their minds. They can't even make a single. It seems like a single intelligent decision when it comes to actual law.
Right. Well, this has been an issue even before all the transgender stuff. When my son was in college, he'd tell me about some girl on campus got raped in one of the lower basement bathrooms or something. this was long before all the transgender stuff. So the fact that anybody anywhere in this country was like, you know what I think is a good idea? Let's let the males and the females, use the bathroom together, and it'll be all good. What is wrong with that? That's what I want to know. I mean,
I get you, and I have the story. So here I'm going to bring it up. Sorry about that, everybody. We were running a little. I was running a little bit behind, and Scott. I don't know what Scott was doing. He wasn't doing anything. But okay, here we go. Here we go. Mississippi governor signs bill banning biological males from. There you go. That's your answer. Biological males from female public school restrooms or bathrooms.
There you go. So it doesn't say faculty or kid. This is biological males,
no,
so that's good.
Right. And the far left radicals aren't going to like it, but in Mississippi, they're going to protect women's spaces. That's why I am pleased to announce that this morning I signed the Safer Act into law. It's mind-blowing that this is what Joe Biden's America has come to. Let's go ahead and bring it to that so we can read the rest of what he said.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. It's mind-blowing that Joe American has come to. Having to pass common sense policies that protect women's spaces was unimaginable just a few years ago, but here we are. We have to pass a law to protect women in bathrooms, sororities, locker rooms, dressing rooms, shower rooms, and more. Now, I'm going to leave it at that because, it's just...
Does it go into the specifics of the law, or does it not?
Well, it's like he said, it's just common sense. It's the law itself is just saying that biological males can't go into female restrooms anymore.
Right.
And to me, that just makes sense.
Right.
Sorry, I don't care. That to me has never made sense.
Right.
It's an open door for opportunists, hey, I'm a woman today and I'm going to walk into the girls' locker room while they're getting changed to play volleyball, soccer, basketball, whatever.
Right.
And maybe cop a feel or something. That's not, we all were young kids once, who would have took opportunity to see it, not to do anything weird, but just to see. Most kids would. And that, I'm not even going to say that. Most kids probably want it. And that's not, but there always will be those who would. And then you have the other ones that took more than just an opportunity. They literally raped these girls in bathrooms in the school. And these things have happened more than once.
Right. Way too much. Right.
Once is too much. That's ridiculous to say that, hey, I send and the one was a 9-year-old girl. There was another one where there were 2 boys that were raping this little girl. And you shouldn't have to worry about your 9-year-old, your 6-year-old, your 8, your 17, 16-year-old going into the bathroom with a male who may or may not do something very bad to them. Something that's going to follow them around for the rest of their lives.
I don't even care if it's a 35-year-old. They should be going into the bathrooms. I'm sorry.
Could you imagine seeing your daughter go in a bathroom at a store and then seeing a male walk in behind her? What are you going to do to her? What are you going to do to that dude?
I'm going to grab him by the back of his shirt and be like, nope.
Right. Like, what are you doing? My daughter's in there. Well, I identify as a woman. Well, for right now, you're going to wait till my daughter comes out of there. I don't care what you're doing. You ain't going in there. Right. But then you're a piece of shit. Sorry. I've tried to stop myself, but it came out.
But the thing is, though, don't apologize because you're not. You're not a piece of crap for that. It's the moral and right thing to do.
True.
Yeah, like we had a story, I think we mentioned it, I don't know, a few weeks back where a woman lost her membership at the Planet Fitness. I want to say it was Planet Fitness.
Yeah, it was Planet Fitness.
She was in the changing room or whatever, the women's locker room. There was like a 12-year-old girl in there changing, and this transgender guy comes in and starts trying to change, and he's creeping out the little girl. Well, that woman made him leave. She's like, you got to get out of here, drug him out, whatever, had a fit because he's making this younger girl very uncomfortable. And they canceled that woman's membership, kicked her out, said you can't come back no more. There's no reason a grown man should be in a women's locker room creeping on a 12-year-old. Ever.
I agree. But here's the problem is that they don't consider themselves men. And this comes down to a simple psychological question when it comes to why these people are doing these things. If you really look at it, when a person has a willingness to say something as, I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it, as insane as, I'm a female now.
Right.
All right, that shows a propensity to go against the grain to a certain degree.
Right.
Which means that you are willing to break the standards that our society is set at. So if you are willing to go against that, that means you are also willing to do things like, I don't know, rape. You're willing to do things that are considered illegal by our system because you don't believe that the system is correct. So you're more than willing to do these things.
All right. Now I have a story to back up what I was saying. $9 million lawsuit filed on third grader's behalf after she was allegedly raped by classmates. Warning. And then this story contains details about alleged sexual assault and incidents and may be disturbing to some viewers. Discretion is advised. So you've been warned. Right. Lawyers of an 11-year-old girl filed a $9 million lawsuit against Portland Public Schools, alleging the district and an after-school program failed to protect the then third grader from ongoing sexual harassment, culminating in the 9-year-old's alleged rape by two male students in the school bathroom. According to the suit filed in March in the I can't say that county circuit court, the school district, I can't read. The school district and a nonprofit after school program failed to protect the girl following a series of escalating sexual assault incidents. The court documents allege that during the 2021-2022 school year, the girl was attending Scott Elementary School in New England, Portland, or New England, right? Or
I don't know, somewhere. I didn't see where it's a city.
It says NE in Portland. It was in Portland.
It's Portland.
Portland, who'd have thunk?
Yeah.
Also,
what does NE stand for, Devin? State. What state? What state is NE?
No, I don't remember.
We don't know.
I can't. Well, Portland is in Oregon.
It says NE Portland. I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna finish the story. We don't know what NE is.
New England, I believe.
Well, that's what I said, but that doesn't sound right. But anyway,
no, wait. That's
as well as an after-school program at the location called Schools Uniting Neighborhoods. The program is run by the nonprofit Latino Network. According to the allegations in the document, the child had faced several incidents of non-consensual sexual touching by the male classmates while attending school and the after-school program, including an incident where a boy touched her genital area over her clothes while the teacher was present. And another allegation in March, a second male classmate touched the girl and she tried to protect herself by hitting him in the face. The documents state that Scott Elementary staff were made aware of the incident, suspended the boy and the girl, and told the girl's father they would make a safety plan for her. Now, I'm going to find it so I just don't have to read all this, but
NE is Nebraska.
Okay, here it is. The girl complied.
Nebraska. Okay.
Nebraska. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, people.
One of those states that no one really knows about because it's flyover.
Then in April 2022, a lawsuit reports two different male classmates in the girl's after-school program threatened the 9-year-old and told her to tell the staff she had to go to the bathroom. The girl complied and went to the bathroom, whereupon the documents alleged the two male classmates followed her, locked her in a stall, removed her clothes, and took turns raping her. Now, I'm going to leave it at that. That's a sad thing, and I don't want to talk about that anymore. But those are the things that happen when we allow males and females going into the same bathroom. These schools are crazy for even allowing it. They're not trying to protect your kids, and it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else got anything to say about that?
We need to make... I think the biggest problem here is that as a society, we need to make a serious distinction, unfortunately, on what is a man and what is a woman. And we need to make that distinction thoroughly what do you call that? Not fluid, but very, very cut and dry. I can't find the word right now, but it needs to be cut and dry. It needs to be succinctly spoken in legal language so that these people have no leg to stand on.
Well,
in any way, shape, or form, because right now everything's so convoluted and so crazy in our society that nothing can be done, even at a legal level, because it's just straight insanity at every level.
Well, the thing that makes no sense is when they started doing all this, they started in the schools.
Right.
So in my opinion, that just makes it to where I look at it, I'm like, so you can't even protect the kids?
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
in prison,
the best place to do it.
dude, in prison, you can't go to the wrong bathroom. Try to be on a visit and go into the wrong bathroom, and you're going to get something you ain't asking for.
Right.
So,
well, I mean, I get what you're saying, Devin, but the fact that we would have to make a clearly stated documentation of what is male and what is female is ridiculous. We did this long ago. You know what I mean?
Who would have thunk it, right?
It's too late. We're here now.
And it makes no sense.
Here, but
since we are talking about we're here now, let me bring this other story up real quick because we already went a little over halfway in the one story. So
this is what we do now.
It's what we do. But I'm gonna bring this other story up, and it's a little ate up. Ohio Democrats move to ban semi-automatic weapons. GOP lawmakers sticking to their guns. Now,
I like that.
Down
I like
here,
that pun.
I do like the pun.
All right.
If enacted, anyone owning a mass casualty weapon, which could be any gun, you know what I mean? What causes more mass casualty than a shotgun? You know what I mean? In close quarters. An AR-15.
AR-15.
A semi-automatic handgun.
Right.
You know what I mean? It could be anything. So they wordplay with you to try to act like, no, we're just after these guns. No, they're after all the guns. So let me finish this. If enacted, anyone owning a mass casualty weapon could receive fifth-degree felony, up to a year in prison, and a $200 or $2,500 fine. There is a list of exemptions to who can possess the weapons, which include law enforcement officers. Right? I don't think, look, and then this guy, I don't think they understand how firearms work. Rob Sexton with the Buckeye Firearms Association says, and he's not wrong. It's okay. Let me bring this down. It's one of those things where they try that wordplay, and I'm surprised. I'm not really surprised, but Ohio is a very gun-friendly state. We have come a long way. We've got open carry. We have concealed carry. You don't even need a concealed carry. You don't even need a CCW. We have come a long way with opening up these laws, and here they come, trying to come back and just take them all away, because that didn't say anything about if you already own them, you're good, grandfather law, anything like that. It said anyone who is caught with one, a fifth-degree felony, a year in prison, $2,500 fine.
And that's in Ohio.
That is Ohio. That's Bill 433. Look it up.
Are they trying to pass it right now, or they did?
It's a Democratic.
It is a Democratic.
And
it should not pass. But these are the things that don't make any sense. Ohio, again, has come a long way. Open up these laws. We just finally got, not too long ago, a self-defense law.
Yeah, stand your ground law.
Yes, you are now allowed, because before, and I actually got caught up in a situation with that law which before the law came into effect, where I got attacked. I defended myself. I got attacked by several people. I defended myself because I hurt them and they didn't hurt me. I got charged. Well, I turned it into a lot more than what it should have been. You know, I mean, it was a misdemeanor assault, and then it turned into a lot more than that. Right. But with that said, my brother also got a year in prison because these people robbed him. Right. And he found out who they were. He called them out. They came to his house to attack him. They came at him with an axe handle, right? Uh-huh. Like no axe on it, but just the axe handle.
Right.
Tried to beat him with it. He snatched it out of dude's hand, beat everybody down with the axe handle. He went to prison for a year for felonious assault.
Right.
Now we have the law where we can actually defend ourselves in this state. And see, that's how messed up. People don't understand. People don't even understand how these laws work or what the laws are in their state. And we've talked about that several times. That should be a class in your school from kindergarten to 12th grade called Life 101, where they teach you all the laws and all that, which in the land you live. That's the way it should be. But they don't do that because they don't want you to know. They don't want you to be hip to what they're doing. They want to have any reason to fine you, take you into prison, because they make money off you every year. And for every year you're in prison, they get paid. They love that thing that just keeps on swinging. You go out, you come right back in. You go out, you come right back in. Yeah, the revolving door. They love it. They make money off of that. They get a lot of federal funding for that. But this is just another law. If passed, you're instantly a felon. At any point they could just come. Your neighbor knows you got guns. You're done.
I think I've said it before, but if not, I'll say it again, and I'll say it again and again and again. They will not take my guns from me. They can have them from my cold, dead hand. No ifs, ands, or buts. I will never give them up.
And that's how every American who is a gun owner feels. And they don't understand that. Now, there are some people that would turn them in because they'd be scared to be considered a felon. Then Australia, they did that buyback thing, didn't they? Bring back your guns. They were taking them anyway, but you could do a buyback. I hate those buybacks because that is taking your guns from you. It's not like they're doing you a favor. They're just taking your guns from you. They are disarming the society so they can do whatever they want.
Well, that's the
worst. You think that criminal down the street's just going to be like, "Oh, hey, gun buyback. Yeah, let me go sell my Glock. Yeah, woo." No,
it's got 5 bodies on it, but don't look into that.
I mean,
dude, they're not doing that.
Obviously, the worst part is, yes, they're essentially taking your gun from you. But secondly, I've looked at those buybacks. They don't pay you anything near what you paid for those weapons, dude.
No,
nowhere near.
Not even close, dude. Like,
if you got $1,000 AR-15, they're like, here's $200. What?
I mean,
what is that?
Dude,
I mean,
in my opinion, if you're buying it back from me and they're illegal, the price went up.
Oh yeah, I want double what I paid for.
Man, I want 10 grand for each one. You know what I mean? Like, I just got my gun rights back, dude, and then they're doing this. It really irritates me. Like, I went through hell trying to get my gun rights back. I finally got them back, and then they're like, "Hey, guess what we're trying to do?"
It won't pass. Don't worry. Ohio loves their guns. It's never going to pass. But
I mean,
this is just posturing by the Democrats. This is not even a real law. They are just doing what they're doing. They're trying to put this stuff in here in order to make themselves look good for their voting block, so that when they go back, they'd be like, "We tried, but the Republicans wouldn't let us," so that they can get re-voted in. Because in all actuality, they don't want to lose their guns either, because those politicians probably have their own guns, and they probably go to the shooting range every week, and they're just posturing in order to try to get power from you.
I agree, and like I see it like this. Okay. Anybody who if you're one of these people, just sit back and think about it. You guys went through the whole defund the police, take away the cops. Now you want to give away your guns. Now who's going to protect you now? And the thing that really bothers me with it is people are like, well, you don't need guns to hunt, or you don't need an AR-15 to hunt, or these big guns to hunt. And it's like, well, I mean, in all reality, an AR-15 is not made to hunt.
No, it's not made for hunting.
And in no way, shape, or form, it is not lethal enough. It's inhumane to shoot a deer. Who was that who said that? Joy Behar. It'll blow a deer apart. It's like, no, it's actually inhumane to shoot a deer with an AR-15 because it's not powerful enough. You should be shooting a deer with a 30-06, which in Ohio, I'm pretty sure that's illegal. I think you have to use a shotgun, right? I don't go hunting, but I think it's something like that. Some states you can, sometimes you can't.
I'm not sure what size. You can use rifles, but I'm not sure what size.
I'm pretty sure it has to be a smaller one. But those are the guns you're supposed to be using to take the deer down as humanely as possible. If you shot it with an AR-15, it would suffer. It would be very inhumane. You'd watch that deer die very slowly.
Unless you hit it directly in the heart. The problem with the AR-15 is powerful enough that the bullets are too small.
Right.
So,
I mean,
you might put
but you're
10
right.
bullets through it, and it's not going to kill it right away. You know what I mean? So
but
you want to see a deer get blown apart? Use a 50 cal.
Yeah, there you go. That'll blow anything apart.
That'll do it.
But that's going to ruin the meat. There's not going to be any meat left.
Well, yeah, but if you're talking about blowing it apart, I mean, that's the only one that I know that blows anything apart. Really.
Well, that's just like Joe Biden saying that a 9mm would blow your lung out your back. It's like, no, it won't. Like, not even close. You'll be lucky if it goes out. It'll be lucky. You'll be lucky if it goes out the other side. You know what I mean? Usually
really
they get jammed
up
in there.
Gun. It's more like a cannon.
Oh yeah,
that's caliber.
It's more like a cannon. But the other point I was going to make about it's not a hunt. We do not have gun rights for hunting. We have gun rights to protect ourselves from foreign and domestic. That's what it's about. We have that. And then the people that are in these cities and we don't need guns. We don't need guns. For one, again, you asked to defund the police. How are you going to protect yourself when the police aren't coming? You got that. Then you have the people who live in rural areas who have one sheriff to answer how many calls.
Right.
And you're lucky enough that they get there in a half hour.
Right.
Yeah. They might be far enough out to where it takes a half hour just for them to drive to your place. So
a lot can happen in 30 minutes, bro.
Right. Because you're not in rural communities, you're not just talking about somebody getting in your house.
Right.
What if your kid's out in the field playing and a bear starts coming up? Or a wolf in certain areas? Or
can I pet that dog?
No petting that dog. Don't do it.
No petting that dog. That's not a dog. That's a bear. But that's what I'm saying. Like, people don't think all this through. And then, like Devin said, and we've all said this plenty of times when we talk to each other, is just because I turn my guns in and I'm trying to be a legal, law-abiding citizen, none of the criminals are. And at that point, they know you're unarmed.
Right.
They know you have nothing to protect yourself. They know the cops can't. Who knows the response time better than a criminal when it comes to cops?
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, when I was out there running around, when I was a teenager running around doing all that, we knew exactly how long it would take the cops to get where we were at if we were doing something illegal. We knew that for a fact. We knew how long it would take them to get there. So we knew once we did what we did, we have 5 to 10 minutes. You get in and get out. That's what you did. We knew exactly how long it would take them to get there.
And
it's 5 minutes. 5 minutes is a long time when you're doing stuff like that. Like you can empty a house in 5 minutes.
It's even worse. Look, asking.
Well,
it starts with your guns, and now they're not even allowed to have knives. Like, what?
Well, that's it. Where is that at? Where did they do that at? England. Yeah, they took their knives from them. Like, not only am I going to take your gun, I'm going to take your knife too.
Now, here's my next question. Okay, so they take your guns and they take your knives. Well, how long before they take your bows? How long before they take your big crescent wrench in your toolbox, because that could be used as a weapon? I mean,
you're on to something with the bows, because there is very few things that are more more lethal than a bow. They're silent. They will go straight through a bulletproof vest. They are very hard to stop.
Yes, they are.
Like, so if they take your guns, well, what's next? Your hatchet,
right?
Your knife, your bows. I mean, this stuff doesn't stop.
The tree. I mean, your hammer. Hey, a hammer is a lethal weapon. I mean,
your screwdriver.
Your screwdriver, right?
Let's follow this down a few hypotheticals. Let's say they take the guns. Let's say we're like, okay, the government's going to take the guns, and it's only going to be for a time until we stop all the criminals. Okay, and let's say they do get all the criminals. Let's say all the criminals are gone.
Right.
Now, I know that when people have power over someone else, that they're going to assert that power. Do you really think any person that has a semblance of a brain, do you really think that they're just going to give you your guns back?
No.
What criminals can give it back? No.
No. They're not going to give them back. Of course,
Scott. Yeah, they're going to give them back.
This is something that people fail to
It's not how
realize
it
is
works.
once they take it, you never get it back.
Right.
Once they implemented taxes, they were never supposed to be permanent.
No,
What are you
they
doing
weren't.
today?
No.
You're still paying taxes because they
a
ain't
lot of
getting that up.
taxes. Yeah.
Yeah, it just got
And they
worse.
keep going up.
So that's what we're saying.
By the way,
if they take the guns,
Fun
go ahead.
fun little piece of information. Did you know what? And this has been told to me. I do believe it was either after World War II or sometime during it. I can't remember which. But I do believe Poland did a little something in order to deter Germany from invading. What was that? What was the thing that they did? What was it?
They took their guns.
Oh yeah, they gave a gun to every civilian in Poland.
Oh yeah, they get
in order to
okay.
deter
Sorry, you cut out.
Germany. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes,
big time. I'm
they did.
back in the boonies. They
You're
gave
good.
guns to every single person in Poland in order to deter Germany from invading.
Yeah,
That's a
they did.
great way to stop
Right.
people from wanting to do bad things, right? Give everybody a gun.
Right.
It makes the most sense. So what they're saying is that they want to deter people from doing bad things. They want to take everybody's guns away. That is
Right.
completely antithetical from what they did in Poland after World
Right.
That's what I said. I think anybody and everybody over the age of 18 years old should have a gun. Everybody.
Armed
18 or
society.
older.
An armed society is a polite society. We
That's
all know
right.
that.
Yeah.
And before we go, I'm just going to say this last piece. I was trying to get out, but Devin had something to say.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. They never stop. Just remember this. They never stop. When they take it, it's gone forever. It's never coming back. And when they take something, they do not stop. They keep pushing for the next. Like we said, it'll start with your guns.
Yep.
It'll move on to your bows. It'll move on to your kitchen knives, your personal buck knives, all that. You know what I mean? They'll take all those too.
Pocket knives,
Your
yeah.
hatchets, your screwdriver. It will just continuously go. And here's the problem. Somebody who wants to hurt people will find any means necessary to do it.
Right.
So what are they going to do? Take the cars, the semi trucks, take them off the
Yep.
road. Somebody could use that
Yep.
as a weapon.
Mhm.
Anything can be used as a weapon. You can literally go over to Walmart, buy a
Right.
couple things. I'm not going to tell you what, but you could go over there and buy a couple things.
Right.
The next thing you got something that could go boom. Like
Mhm.
it's people who want to hurt people are going to hurt people.
They're gonna find a way.
What
Yep.
stops a bad man with a gun is a good man with a gun.
That's right.
That's just how it works, and that's how it always has worked in this country, and it probably and it should always work like that in this country. An armed society is a polite society, and with that, we're going to go ahead and head out. You guys want to say bye?
Good night. God bless. Come back. See us again tomorrow. Remember, like, subscribe, share, please.
Yep. Please do all that, and remember, it's always free. We would love it if you guys would interact in the comment sections and all that.
Well,
Tell your friends. Tell everybody. It is the best show in the world, I would say.
it is right here. It
It
says
is.
it right
Ask
down there at
anybody.
the bottom of the screen. It says
Right there.
Right there.
You can ask anybody.
You can ask anyone. Yep.
So with that, we're out. We will see you guys tomorrow, 7:00. Be there. Get in that comment section. Tell us what you like about the show. Tell us what you hate about the show. We love the interaction. So later, y'all. Go ahead and
Good
start
night.
that music.